Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. Today we're checking out how to have a British Christmas.
Burning letters to Father Christmas, setting off explosives at the dinner table. These may seem crazy to you, but they're perfectly normal behaviour at a British Christmas, or as we sometimes call it, crimbo. Here are 10 Christmas traditions that never made it to America.
I just reacted to a video that talked about the differences between Christmas in the US and the UK, but I think it was made by AI or some alien robot, and some of it didn't make sense. So this one looks like it's made by a human being, so maybe it'll be more accurate. Let's check it out.
Letters to Father Christmas. In America, kids write letters to Santa and put them in the mailbox, but in
Yes.
England, we toss them straight in the fire. We're not trying to make children cry. Burning the letters sends them directly to the North Pole, where Santa can read your Christmas wishes in the smoke. Yes, it may seem a little weird, but it does save on postage. Hanging stockings.
See? Yeah, in the US, there's an actual address that you send your letters to Santa. It's like 123 Elf Road, North Pole, 88888. I have it memorized. And I think the Postal Service did that so that kids will buy postage. It's to make money. But Britain has the right idea. Y'all throw it in the fire. It goes right to Santa. You don't have to worry about the post office. Burn it. Does that mean every letter that I burn goes to Santa? Santa could be sitting on quite a lot of evidence because there's a lot of films where people burn evidence, burn after reading. Santa has it all locked away, just waiting. We should send warships to the North Pole to capture all those documents and prosecute Santa Claus, indict him.
Hanging stockings. American children traditionally hang stockings around the fireplace for Santa to fill with presents, but in the UK we hang stockings around the bed. Being surrounded by presents is a great way to wake up on Christmas morning, and a
How?
great way to let Father Christmas, a total stranger who's been watching you all year, get really close to your sleeping body.
Yeah.
Sweet dreams! Also, instead of leaving out milk and cookies for Father Christmas, we leave him brandy and a mince pie because he is a grown-up.
Just learned this in the AI robot video I watched. How any kids watching, look away for about 15 seconds. How do you get the presents in the bedroom without waking up the kid? Do you give him a Benadryl? A Xanax? How do you do it? And what do you do with gifts that are too big to fit in a stocking if you're not putting them under the tree? In the US, the stockings are reserved for like small gifts, like candy and little gadgets, knickknacks that'll actually fit in the stocking. I don't understand. What if you want to give the kid like a swing set for Christmas? You're not going to put the swing set in the bedroom. You're not going to put it under the tree either, I guess. But that confuses me. I love the brandy idea, though. We've been giving him milk all these years. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Santa has a drinking problem.
Christmas crackers. A cracker
Ah,
may
yes.
not seem like the most festive thing to serve on Christmas dinner, but these are not the type of crackers that you put cheese on. A Christmas cracker is a brightly decorated cardboard tube filled with fun prizes. When grabbed and pulled apart, a tiny explosive inside makes a loud cracking noise, hence the name.
It wasn't that
the
loud.
cracker is usually a cheesy plastic prize, a paper crown, and a terrible joke. Why are ghosts so bad at lying? Because you can see right through them. I'm so sorry.
Okay, yeah. This was one that the AI robot alien video that I just watched mentioned. So this confirms it. A couple years ago, I had Christmas with my brother and his in-laws, and they did the cracker thing. But that was the first time I'd ever seen it. Ever. I didn't even know what a cracker was.
Christmas hats. Inside the Christmas cracker are colourful paper hats that it is absolutely mandatory to wear. In fact, 90% of Christmas arguments stem from trying to make your grumpiest relative put their paper crown on. The other 10% comes from playing Monopoly because there are some Christmas traditions that we share,
Monopoly.
unfortunately.
Yeah, I remember with my brother's in-laws, we did the cracker thing, and then it seemed like everyone just automatically knew to put the hats on. I didn't know. I was like, are we putting the hats on? I was thinking it was just for the kids, like a Burger King crown.
Christmas dinner. A British Christmas dinner is just as big a feast as an American one. The main dish is usually roast turkey, often surrounded by bacon-wrapped chipolatas, which are mini pork sausages. Bacon-wrapped miniature pork sausages, now that's a tradition that you Americans should get behind. We serve the turkey with roast potatoes and veggies, traditionally Brussels sprouts, which are gross, but it's tradition, so we eat them anyway. We have gravy to smother everything in, and something called bread sauce, which isn't a sauce to put on bread, but a sauce that's thickened with bread, which looks a little lumpy but tastes delicious.
I would like to try
Then we
it.
eat until we can't move and watch telly until we pass out. Sound familiar?
Yep, same.
Christmas pudding.
Yeah, this can also be confirmed by the AI alien robot video I just watched. We also have Christmas dinner, but we often have ham instead of turkey. Turkey's popular too, but usually turkey or ham. Anyway, is this good content?
Christmas pudding. Americans love to have their pumpkin and pecan pies for Christmas dessert.
Right.
But in the UK, we have Christmas pudding. This is a very dense, boiled cake flavored with dried fruit and spices. It's then soaked in alcohol, aged for several months, boiled again, soaked in alcohol again, and then set on fire. Come to a British Christmas, we soak everything in alcohol and then light it on fire.
Months?
The Royal Christmas...
Hang on. So it takes months to make that? Where do you store it? In the fridge? In a freezer? In a hole in the ground? I love the idea of soaking it in alcohol, but how do you keep it from going bad? Or turning foul, as you might say.
The Royal Christmas Message. That's right, every Christmas Day, Her Majesty the Queen gives a holiday speech reflecting on the events of the past year. We all sit around pretending to pay attention but secretly carrying on with whatever it was we were doing before. Think of it as the State of the Union but with much more gold.
Yeah, I don't know if the president of the US says anything. He must. He probably makes a Christmas speech, but nobody listens to it. We're all playing with our new toys.
Boxing Day. Boxing Day is the day after Christmas Day. Its origins are debatable. Some say that it's a day when workers would receive a box of gifts from their bosses. Others say that it's a day when people would box up gifts for the poor. But the main thing that happens on
I haven't
Boxing
heard
Day
that one.
nowadays is shopping. It's kind of like our Black Friday, only nobody gets trampled to death. Pantomime. Every year around the Christmas holes, pretty much every theatre in the country puts on a pantomime. These are plays for kids based on fairy tales such as Cinderella and Aladdin, involving a lot of high camp, cross-dressing, and audience interaction. They're normally starring dated celebrities, so if the idea of seeing David Hasselhoff in a dress excites you, you should definitely check one out.
I have heard of the pantomimes before. We really have nothing like that in the US, but it sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds like people are, the audience is taking part in the whole thing and screaming, and it sounds really fun. I would love to go to a
Taking down the Christmas tree. We Brits believe that the Christmas tree and decorations should be taken down within 12 days of Christmas, otherwise you'll have bad luck for the rest of the year. This is maybe a tradition that Americans should consider adopting. I've certainly seen people keep their old, brown, dry, withered Christmas trees until almost the 4th of July.
Oh no.
Those are some of the major differences between British and American Christmases.
Yeah, we usually I don't think there's a traditional set time to take down the decorations. I feel like it's usually the week after Christmas that people do it. That week after Christmas is so fun because school's still out and work is kind of like nobody cares. It's fun. I think I like this video better than the AI alien robot video I just watched. It made a little more sense. If you're British, I hope you have a Merry Christmas, or Happy Crimbo. And thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Later.